Welcome to Pure Genuine Podcast, where we dive into authentic experiences like never before. I'm your host, Frenchie Hanna, and today we are going to be talking about, on this episode, is about transgender identity and why it does not align with the LGB. So, you guys, yes, I am a transgender woman, a transgender person. Yes. So, why does the T does not belong on the LGB, abbreviation is because L is a sexuality for women, okay? It's a sexuality for women, for women's, either biological woman or a transgender woman. Yes, it goes for both ways. And it does not align with trans identity. Because why? Because lesbian is just a sexuality, and bisexual is a sexuality as well. Yes, don't you hear it? Bisexual. So it is a sexuality. So, you guys, that right there sits alone with L for lesbians. Because how can that be an identity if it's a sexuality? And then G for gay. Gay is just an expression of how you move in your most happiest form, you know, of loving you for you, and love is love. And it, again, that does not align with an identity. It just aligns with sexuality of the whole spectrum. And I know back in 1960s, you know, the trans fought for it to be a part of LGB, so they put the T, so LGBT, and it doesn't make any sense at all. And I've been saying this for the longest, and whenever I hear like my trans people say, hey, the T is always going to be a part of LGB. So it's going to be LGBT. You cannot forget that. But it doesn't make any sense if you're standing for it to be identity. Yes, I walk this identity. No, it's no shame, it's no hurt. It just doesn't make sense how an identity is aligning with sexuality. Make it make sense. Okay, let's not make this a delusion. So, how is being a trans a sexuality? That would be like a sexual harassment, or that would be like a disgrace for transgender is a sexuality. No, we are identifying as this. Our gender expression is hyper femininity. Now that is what it is, and we cannot make this a part of that. Now, yeah, we've seen Donald Trump taking it off of the LGB, but it's just like, come on now, like, come on now, like, you cannot take that. You cannot like be mad about that. Like, I know what Donald Trump is doing, whatever. I don't agree with what he's doing today, with society and trying to do that whole ICE thing. That's a whole nother story. But taking the T off of LGB, it should be LGB because T is just an identity. And I don't want you guys to come after me. Oh, I know how these comments are going to be. But I'm just speaking truth to my trans people. Like, we got to know this. Like, LGB are all sexualities. So you're gonna tell me T is a sexuality? No, it's an identity that we are walking and moving and being who we are, and how we express, the way we move. Being a transgender person is hyper femininity, but how we are identifying is not a sexuality at all. At all. Like, make it make sense. And we're not, and I'm not trying, like, I don't want us to be looked at as a delulu, the delusion, going crazy in our brain, making up these things that is not truthful. Like, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, make it make sense. Transgender is an identity. It is not a sexuality. LGB is a sexuality. Point blank, period. I have a tablet and I was supposed to use it on my podcast, but I kind of forgot to use that. And I just recently got this tablet. But, anyways, I wrote these notes in my phone. So, what I want to say is transgender identity versus gender expression. Yes, gender expression. Gender identity equals who you are inside. Gender expressions equals how you show it on the outside. You can change how you express yourself. You don't change who you are inside. You discover it. Okay? That's what it is. Okay? Is who you are in the inside is your identity. Your gender expression is, yeah, your gender expression is how you show it on the outside. Okay? And that's just what it is. And the outside is your femininity or your masculinity, whatever trans you are, trans male or trans woman. And then in the inside is what you identify as a transgender woman or a transgender man, is who you identify in the inside of who you are. But at the end of the day, how we are born at birth, you can never forget that. Biology and science, you cannot fake. Exactly. So, so So, getting a little bit more deeper with gender expressions. What is gender expressions? Gender expression is how someone expresses themselves to the world. Example: clothes, hair, makeup, style, simple vision. Anyone can change how they dress or look. That doesn't change who they are in the inside. Okay? You can that's just what gender expression is. You're expressing the way you feel, with your, you know, inner self from the outside. You know, not your inner self, but your outer self. You are expressing that and loving that for you, but you can always change that at any given moment in time. But listen, were trans people always that gender? Yes. A transgender person didn't become that gender later. They've always felt that way inside. They just may not have had the words for it yet. Simple version: you don't suddenly turn into yourself, you just figure out who you always been. Okay? Transitioning is when someone decides to match how they look or live on the outside. That can include how they dress, their name or pronouns, their hairstyle, medical steps. So for some, not all, important. Not every trans person transitions the same way. Some don't medically transition at all. I respect people's lives experiences while still saying we shouldn't blur the lines between biological sex and gender identity. We need clarity, not confusion. The trans the transitioning aspect is just when people decide to match their gender expressions, how they present themselves with their gender identity. Biology textbooks they define these terms transgender when your gender identity and your assigned sex are different. Remember, you was always that gender from birth. Gender expression is how you expressing yourself. I stand with my trans people, brothers, sisters. I stand with them no matter what, because I'm trans as well. I am a transgender woman. I'm a transgender person. I'm a transgender human being. I walk this life every day and night, every second, every minute, month, year, for a lifetime. You know, my rights stand, but only in the rights that make sense and not rights because, oh, I want this to be a right and not a delusion right. I'd stand for the right for what stands in to be for a transgender person, human being. Okay? So I'm not even gonna lie, there are some stuff that a lot of trans people are trying to move forward that I really don't even see like I don't even see like how this is like real, how this true. Like I don't understand it. And even if you tell me it, I can see it, but it doesn't really make sense in reality. It only makes sense in a fantasy world, you know, maybe in a different dimension, but it's like it can't be real right here in this world, in this dimension. It's just not. It's not possible. So you guys, we got to stop doing that. Okay? We have to stop. My trans people, we got to stop trying to push things that is not real. And another thing too, with biological women want to go to their own private gym for biological women, let them have it. And if they say that trans women can go and to those gyms or go to those type of places and we are being accepted, we have to go in there looking fish. We are not getting clocked at all. We must go in there as fish. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is, and that's just how it's going to be. And two, we gotta be respectful in biological women's spaces. If they're allowing us in there, dress right where it doesn't show like any parts that will make a biological woman unsafe, you know. It wouldn't make a biological woman weird out. You know, you don't want to get complained on. You don't want that type of energy targeted you. So we gotta be that respectful for them. And then two, if it's a biological only women's gym and it's only for them, why even force it to even go? Like, why even try to force it? And then when they say, sorry, this is for biological women's only gym, and then you start to like explode and have an issue about it. Why have an issue in biological women's spaces when it's only for a biological woman? You got to remember, we are not biological women. We are transgender women. Same thing for like a trans man. If that goes for y'all too. If a man is only having an all men's gym exclusive, I feel like there wouldn't be one because it will probably feel unless you're playing like a team sport, but like a gym like to go work out in. Like for all men's gym, I feel like I don't I, I don't feel like it will be good. I don't feel like I don't feel like straight men will feel comfortable with that. And or unless it says like if it's specifically for like all people and gays, then it'll probably be like no problem. Or like gays only, then type of gym, then that's no problem. But for like an all exclusive straight man gym, there probably are some out there, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that. I haven't did no research anyways. I haven't heard anything about it around. Nobody talking about that type of stuff unless you're like in a sportsman team like basketball, football, hockey, whatever the case it may be, baseball, I don't know, soccer, I don't know, whatever sports it could be. But anyways, like if there is an all men biological men's gym and you are allowed there as well, just go respectfully. Don't do things that'll make them feel uncomfortable. You know, just go in there and be respectful. You know, and just work out and go home. And if you go and they know that you are a trans man and they say, oh, this is a biological men's gym, don't explode or whatever. It's whatever. Don't try to force the identity with biological places, okay? Because you just got to respect that. And that's just what it is, you know? And I feel like if we can like respect all of those areas, we will not have no, there won't, I feel like life will be better in society if we respect those areas. We respect all those areas and things and be truthful, you know, like the T should not be a part of LGB because the T is an identity. If we can just respect, and that's all it is just respect, you know? And for us trans women, like when we go out, you know, and if a man is interested into us and they want to take it that further, let them know that you are a transgender woman. Because there's this one live streamer that was dating a trans woman, and they were dating for a while, and they made out on live stream on Twitch and everything like that. And then she out of nowhere said, I am a transgender woman. Dude started crying. He was pissed off. Like, you don't do that type of stuff. Let them know ahead of time. Let them know. Like, I am a if you see them very interested into you that bad and that serious, let them know that you are a transgender woman. So it can save you, because for that girl and that boy's live stream, that you'll never know what that boy could have done with you. He would have said, F my life. I don't care if I'm live right now. He could have hurt you badly on live. It it there's like this thing that just clicks in men's heads where they just forget everything. They don't even care, and they'll just hurt you. So because you sabotage their emotions, their feelings, and stuff like that. So you don't want to go out and be like, no, I'm not gonna tell them, because you know how further it can go without saying it for you. Or what if like you tell them, they don't even care? It's okay, girl. Men can like what they like. If they're not into trans, they're not into trans. If they're into trans, they're into trans. It's like, do you like rock music or do you like rap music? You be like, oh, I don't like rap, but I don't like rock, but I like rap. It's like, do you like reggaeton or do you like Afrobeat? Like, I like reggaeton. I never even listened to Afrobeat. Like, I don't even know what that is. Like, or like I listen to it, but I don't really like it. You like certain things and you don't like certain things. It's like, do you like red or you like blue? You be like, oh, I like blue. I don't like red. Like, red is not my thing. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We need to stop trying to force men to like us. We need to stop forcing society to like us, because we keep on forcing it. It's going to be more. If we stop forcing a lot of things, yes, there is a lot of stuff that we need to be recognized for, that society should know us and see us for, because it's like, it sucks at times walking as a transgender woman. Yes, just a transgender man or woman, just a transgender person, human being. It kind of sucks when people care less to like see us, but there are certain things that in the transgender community that I'm not saying for me, but there are transgender, because I am transgender, but there are transgender people that are trying to push for society to see transgender people to be. And it's like, we need to stop some of that stuff. We need to stop a lot of that stuff, because there's lots of people that see us for us. It's just, we are trying. I'm not saying me, because I see I see a lot of stuff in transgender communities, and there's a lot of things where transgender people are trying to push and make exceptions of and trying to be seen for that doesn't even matter. Like, does that really matter? Like, why do people need to see trans people in those areas just to be seen? Like, we gotta stop that. But there are stuff that we do need to be seen as. Yes. Yes, I get that. But there's a lot of other things out there that just doesn't make sense that a lot of trans people are trying to push for, and I don't agree with at all. I really don't agree with at all. That's why a lot of these like activists like events and stuff, I kind of pick and choose on where I go and what to go to, because a lot of that stuff just doesn't make sense, and it's just like and then there's other stuff too that's like, what's the reason for it? Why? Like, you guys are trying to push this to be recognized for. It's like it's unnecessary on a lot of stuff, and it needs to just like we like it just needs to like cool down, like relax, you know, just relax, okay? And if we start more like like how I was saying, we need to start, respecting biological people, spaces. No BS. Like when trans people want to be where it's like, oh, I'm gonna go play on one of all biological women team. Identify as a transgender woman, but I'm not a biological woman. But since I identify as a transgender woman, just because I have woman a part of trans, I'm able to go play on a biological woman's team. No, you cannot do that. Yes, it has happened in male spaces too. I seen it in boxing, but do you see with these trans men who they box? Like, do you see they box average Joes? It's mostly in biological women spaces where transgender, transgender women's, oh, I'm gonna go play basketball in an all women's biological women's sport. I'm gonna go on track and field, all biological women's sport spaces. I'm gonna go, you know, do this and do that in women's biological women's spaces. And it's so disrespectful, it's not safe. I even seen wrestling as well. There was this one wrestling match that was gonna happen, like submission holding wrestling. Um Matches that I seen where this girl, it's a video on the internet. This girl was going up against this biological woman, this biological girl was going up against a transgender woman. And the biological girl was like, I refuse. And she canceled the fight midway. Like the fight was going to happen, and she looked at who she was going to like fight. And then she just like, nope, I'm not going to fight you. You're not a biological woman. And we gotta understand this, and we gotta know like where we can step into and not step into. It doesn't make any sense where a trans woman being in biological women's sports and a trans man being in biological men's sports. It doesn't make any sense. It's disrespectful. The way the muscle mass is so different. I mean, technique is a different story. So yeah, we just gotta respect these people and stop trying to force a lot of nonsense just for our recognizations in this world of being a transgender human being. There are some stuff that we need to be recognized about, but there's a lot of other that shouldn't be trying to be recognized for. It doesn't make sense, and you just wasting. I feel like you're just wasting your time on just trying to be recognized in those areas because this is pointless. Like, why? 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 Like a transgender woman, transgender man, that does not align with LGB. Because LGB is just sexuality. We got to make this make sense. And at the end of the day, we cannot fake biology and we cannot fake science. We can identify as something, but because we always knew that from the beginning, but it's not a sexuality at all. That's it. That's it. And I like, I just like knowing, like, I don't know. I don't know, but we just gotta like fix that. Okay. We really got to fix that. We really got to fix that and change that. Okay. And make it make sense and just have more respect because I'm not saying all, but there is a good percentage of, biological human beings, male or male, well, male and females that are respecting us as much as we respect them because we because there was times where I have done some stuff too that I had to self reflect from because I had to really think about like, whoa, what did I just do? And I have to sit there and think like, oh, that was disrespectful to them because I believed to do this and do that, and it wasn't right at all. So we got to, because they're going to respect us as much as we respect them. So we got to respect them to the fullest potential of the ones that do respect us, not the ones that don't really care for us and don't want to respect us for who we are at all. They just don't care. We're not gonna pay them no mind. But the ones that do respect us, we need to respect them to the fullest so we can get our respect to respect. And we got to stop this other thing too. It's like, oh, if they don't understand, that's we're not gonna if they don't understand, why should I sit here to make them understand? If they don't understand, they don't understand. And we're just gonna move forward with that. Like, no, we have to make them understand and see it because it has to make sense. We can't just walk in this world where things are not making any sense at all. Yeah, some stuff don't got to make sense, but you really want it to be truthful for yourself. It has to be truthful for other people as well in the walk of your life. Okay, we cannot be doing this because I'm be honest, doing stuff like that where it's like if they don't understand, they don't understand. Oh well, I'm still going to move forward in life. Well, at that point, what if an opportunity was right at your hands, but you lost it right then and there because you didn't want somebody to understand you and see your truth for you and who you are? You just lost an opportunity to get somewhere, to level up in life, to make an achievement, so people can smile for what you have done. Like we gotta stop that. We gotta make this truthful and real for people. And then two, I feel like I feel like if we be truthful and real and honest with people and for them to understand like who we are as an individual human being and we are respecting biological spaces, then we will get the type of man that we want. I feel like society will be more open to us a lot more, you know, that guy, that masked man, that fine man, the one that got the body, the one that just got the sways that are so like ah, we can get those type of men that will be more interested into us if we be respectful and respect spaces and not make these delusions in our heads to like make people believe, or if they don't understand us and you just say, hey, I don't want to like make you understand me. You get what you get. You don't understand it, you don't understand it. And we need to stop that. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's what I believe. It doesn't just, I feel like with the trans community, it doesn't take one. Oh, and for the trans men, you can get the type of woman you want. I mean, it's not possible. I mean, it is possible, but it's like, it's not always guaranteed for trans women and men or what type of person that we want in life. But we can get like somebody that's very interesting and appealing to us if we just be truthful and honest and pay respect 100% to these biological human beings, male and female, man and woman. We got to, okay? And we will get what we really want out of life, literally. But remember, your sexuality can always change at any given moment. Point blank, period.